Hello, this is Queen Chrysolite Owens, the founder of the International Voice Coalition. And this is a recording. I believe this is from Sunday, November the 5th. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's Sunday, November the 5th, and ending on the day yesterday, which was November the 11th, 2023. And this video is for this week. The same thing. I basically, as a lot of people may not know, that I have, if you're new coming to this channel, that I'm under a fake investigation. And I have been I'm on some type of list. I'm illegally on some type of list, terrorist list or something, that the FBI and a lot of other quadrumulates have put me on illegally. And this is stemming from 1998, starting with 1998, when I left Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and I crossed the road over to Burger King. This was in Douglas, Georgia. And the owner of this Burger King, his name is Brian Vaughn, Almost Famous in Company is what he's listing his Burger King's under. That's what he had at that time. But this is what happened. I'm just going to tell, because some of the newcomers may not know this, just in case they cross this channel, they're trying to figure out. This is really, a lot of us were put on these lists illegally because of various reasons, but I want to just be brief with this. I don't want to go into details. You can look at some of the other videos, and then earlier videos, and then you can see, and also the book that is coming out early next year, sometimes early next year, because God won't let me release that book, y'all, until next year, because I have to leave Texas. And a lot of y'all already know why. But anyway, I'm going to make this quick because some of the people that is new coming to this channel, I just want y'all to know that how this got started, just a little bit. So I'm not going to go too deep with it. So if you want to know further, you can look at some of the other videos. And also, you can get that book that's coming out. And so that way you can get more in-depth information. Because I'm not going to be able to release the book while I'm still in Texas. That's what God told me. It'll be better if I wait until after I leave Texas before I release that book. So this is what happened. I work for Brian Vaughn. I was working two jobs. I was working at Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers just in 1998. We'll go back a little bit in time. And I was working for Wendy's. I worked for Wendy's from 1991 until 1998. Okay, so I had a little bit of, I had like maybe a year that I had left Wendy's because I went to school. I went to trade school in North Georgia. So that's sometimes in the mid-90s. I left for about a year. So there was like a break there. So I worked for them for about 6 or 7 years. So, and I also worked at Taco Bell at night. So at the end of 1998 in October, I decided to end my career with Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. So, and because I already had a job at Taco Bell, I was working there as well, so I decided that I saw, Burger King was right across the street. So I decided that, I saw that sign. It says, a customer service specialist or expert, and I had more I overqualified for that position. It was paying $7 an hour, okay, in that era, in that time. So I just went over there, and I was curious, and I didn't even know one of my coworkers. She had went over there, and that's where we worked together at Wendy's for at least about a year or two. So, and then I guess she quit Wendy's, and I didn't know where she went. But when I went over there, I was shocked to see her. And she told me, she says, "Well, I'm a manager here. I'm a shift manager over here, and yeah, we're hiring. Brian is hiring for that position. I can get you on because we work together, and I know you're a good worker, and you would more than qualify for that position, And I'm going to talk to Diane and see, because she's the district manager. And I'm going to see if I can set you up with an interview with her. I'm going to put in a good word for you. You come on in and fill out an application." I was very happy because I really needed that job. So I could, better my financial situation, so I could, move out of that area I was in, that trailer park I lived in, to get my own, get my own home on my little land. I had a goals. I'm going to save up my money. I work 2 jobs, save up my money, move in a better neighborhood, and all of that. So that $7 an hour would have been really good for me. And besides that, I was working at Taco Bell, so I had 2 jobs at that time. So anyway, make a long story short, I got hired, and that moment I start working. Okay, I'm fixing to fast forward from that spot. I ain't gonna go no little details. I'm just gonna get to the point. Okay, so after I worked there for maybe a couple of weeks, Brian had some programs where, if you were very friendly and all of that, if the customers liked you, and he had some kind of program, and then they did some kind of vote. Like, I don't know how he did it. They would do some kind of vote. Like, I forgot how they did it, but they did some kind of vote or something like that. I don't know if they put my name in, but I won. Like, if if the customers like you, they do something. I'm not sure what they do. They do something. They put your name in something. They drop your name in a box or something like that. And then if your name comes up so many times in that box, you get a gift card. You get a Walmart gift card. So I just kept winning all of those, and I just kept being, going over and beyond the Call of Duty, with customer service. So a lot of people were very impressed with me, customers, just like I was at Wendy's. I earned that customer service expert star. Okay, that's what I was at that time. I still have that to this very day. Okay, I still have it. Even though I've been through a lot of hell with this Black Op federal group and these other evil people that evil monsters that were part of that. I still have that to this day. But that was during that time I was very popular because of that, because I would go above and beyond to help other people. So everybody was impressed with me, my boss people, all of the supervisors, especially my friend that worked with me, she was a co-worker friend, worked with me at Wendy's. Corinthia, she worked with me. But anyway, I'm gonna spend too much time talking about it, it's really deep. I'm just kind of fast. So I won a lot of cars and all of that. So Brian finally pulled that program. But anyway, the supervisors, it was Corinthia and Lanny. They were supervisors at that time. They went and talked with Brian. Well, actually, because people was rooting and raving about it, say, well, we remember her. She used to work at Wendy's across the street. She was always good to us, She helped us with our food, get our food right, order right on time, this, that, and the other. She just makes us feel, feel inspired, to be the better version of ourselves. But anyway, these customers were just rooting and raving. They would go and say, "Where you stole her from across the street. She used to work at Wendy's, and this and that." And then, so it's just real popular there at Burger King. I was popular at Taco Bell as well, but a lot of people was rooting and raving about it. So one of the supervisors, her name was Lanny, she says, "You know what?" She told me, she says, I believe that you deserve the customer service specialist position, and I'm gonna talk to Brian, and you get a raise and you get promoted, because you really these customers really like you. They're always asking about you when you have your days off. Where that smiley lady at? That smiley girl at? I like her. She's very nice and get our food out, and I come here just to see her. I come here every morning. So, I was very popular at Burger King as well as I was at Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. Just letting y'all get a quick backstory, how this really, really got started, how it really genuinely got started. So, anyway, Lanny asked Brian to give me a raise and get me promoted to the customer service specialist position. So I got that, and I got the spot. And then, of course, Lanny and Corinthia was very happy about it. Those were my supervisors. Corinthia was my old co-worker friend from Wendy's, old-fashioned hamburgers, in that time era, 1998. But actually, we worked at Wendy's from she quit, though. She quit Wendy's. That's from somewhere 1990, maybe 1991, maybe 1992. She worked, I think she was there in 1991. I want to be correct on that. In 1991, and she left in 93 is when she left. Somewhere like that. She might have left before then. I didn't know where she went. I think she finally went to, that may be where she went to Burger King. So I didn't know she went to Burger King. I guess she got a better offer or something like that. Maybe Brian had told her she could work as a shift manager. Maybe he figured out a clever way to steal her away from Wendy's. I don't know, I really don't know, because I know he used to come over to Wendy's. No, he was actually spying on Mr. Stafford in a way. He was kind of spying on Wendy's, but I'm not gonna go deep in with that. Okay, I just know I saw him once or twice that he came to Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. I saw his face. That's how I kind of remembered him. So when I went to Burger King and I saw him, then I said, wow, he did come to. I remember him coming to Wendy's once or twice. So anyway, I got promoted to the customer service specialist position, okay, paying $7 an hour in October of 1998. Okay, it could have been November of 1998, but because I was there, when I worked at least about 3 or 4 weeks. I wasn't even there barely a month, and I was already promoted to that position, So Yeah, I was promoted $7 an hour. And that's doing drive-through, because you got to be quick. Okay, you got to be quick. You got to be friendly. You got to upsell, because that's part of the customer service thing. You know, you say you be smiley, and you bring in the sales, basically. Because if you good at what you do, you're nice, you're friendly, people, they remember you. They come back, and when you upsell, then they say, wow, that's that smiley girl. Yeah, I get it, because I feel like I'm helping her, helping everybody, really, not just her, but yeah, I'll upgrade. I'll get this combo. Like, they order a sandwich, you upgrade. Say, wouldn't you like to try our cinnamon rolls or something like that? Y'all know, y'all customers service specialists know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's part of that position, is you got to know how to upgrade, do a cross sell. Okay, you can undersell, oversell, and cross sell. You got these. Some of people are gifted with that. They don't have to go to trade school or go to college or university or get a degree, in customer service. Some of it just comes naturally. It's just built within. But anyway, that long story short, just giving y'all a rundown on, because despite of what y'all may have heard, like the negative stuff and the positive things, you didn't ever really heard a lot of that. Now, how this really got started, I'm telling you a little bit of the story. Okay, so I'm going to speed past that to, because this Burger King thing is very important, because that's how it got started. That's why I'm explaining it. Okay, so this is what happened. Brian Vaughn was discussing, or somebody was trying to get Brian to do a commercial, because Brian not only owned like 3 or 4 Burger Kings, but he was also a radio personality. He was like a big star in the community, and he was affiliated with some big name companies there, like lot builders, and things like that. The lot boys, that's what they call them, the lot businessmen. They were a big deal. They own a lot of businesses. They're not just on the hardware stores and things like that, like dealing with lumber. They were at a big company in that. That's why they call the lot builder boys, They also had other businesses. They had other business ventures, like one of the brothers were partners with Brian Vaughn, So they're big. There was a big thing, But Brian also had a radio. He was also a radio personality as well, as and he had a business partner along with him. Okay, and I'm just giving y'all a rundown on who Brian Vaughn is. Okay, he's also tied in with politics. So he's if some of y'all want to ask me, he's also a member of some type of secret society as well, even perhaps more notably the Freemasons. Okay, that's just to give y'all, in case y'all have questions, a few of y'all, when it comes to the real spiracy. Now, I'm not talking about conspiracy, real spiracy. Okay, because these things right here will be verified by God-seers and prophets. And God will also let some select psychic people also, weigh in the scales, the justice scales of God. Okay, so everybody know that God is God Almighty, and He sees all, He knows all, and we all have a record. Okay, everything is recorded. So we all know that God sits high and looks low. Now, I'm not going to go in deep with that, but I'm just letting y'all know. So somebody told Brian that maybe it was a customer, that one of my customer fans may have said, this, why don't you just put her on a show, on your show, your radio show? Okay, because Brian had a radio show. But he's a radio personality. He had a partner. Okay, so why you just put her on there? I guess that's how it got started. And maybe I heard it, them talking. And then one day he was talking about it, kept on bugging him about it. Why you won't put Val on your radio personality show? Because she's excellent. I ain't never met nobody like her. I remember her from Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. I remember her over there. So why don't you just put her over there? She's a star. You just put her on your radio show, and you can do a commercial. You can work things out with her or something like that, and again, set her down and do a contract with her and this and that and the other, So one day I overheard him talking, and he was telling Diane, he said, well, so some of my customers keep worrying me about Val and want me to put her on my show and this and that and the other. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put her on my show. I'm going to do a commercial on her. And then I overheard Diane tell him, but isn't something wrong with her? And in case y'all don't know, she was jealous of me, okay? She started getting jealous of me. That's the district manager at that time. Her name was Diane, her first name. And she was jealous of me. I mean, I overheard this, okay, in earshot. I overheard Brian discussing it, in the lobby. He was saying, maybe I may do something for Val because she's really awesome. I've seen her. She really deserves that position. She really deserves that position, and I have to think about that. And she said, but isn't something wrong with her? She's retarded or something. That's the reason why Diane probably thought that, because I smiled too much. I really did smile too much. And that's probably why they thought that I was retarded. Okay. Why she thought that I was. Maybe I was, because I was too nice. That's why I'm in this mess right now, being too nice. Because people take the unfair advantage of you if you're too nice. You have to be balanced in everything in your life, even with your kindness and your friendliness. You have to have a checklist on that in your mind. I'm serious, and right now you do. Okay, back in the 90s, you definitely still had to be balanced with your kindness as well. Because there wasn't a whole lot of monsters in that time, but it was still some. They were hiding behind masks, But it's people like me, I was young. I was in my 20s, So I'm just naturally good-hearted like that. But just smiling. I probably smiled too much, and maybe that's why Diane thought, that I was retarded or something. Okay. But anyway, she was jealous, and she told Brian, she says, well, I think isn't she retarded or something like that? It's something wrong with her. And I think if I recall, I heard him tell her maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so at that moment, Brian made it up in his mind that because he was going to sit me down and talk with me, but he changed his mind because I was too nice. I was overdid it. I was smiling too much. Okay, so and I'm just gonna tell y'all the real reason why he did me that way. Okay, and he's a member of a secret society, and I'm not gonna go no deep with that, and that has something to do with it. He was not the man a lot of people think he was. Okay, yeah, he's a businessman, but he's a crooked one. Okay, Brian is a monster. And I'm not gonna even joke. Okay, and y'all gonna see why in a minute when I get to the story. Now, I'm kind of telling a little bit of the book, the beginning of the book of how this got started. So y'all bear with me. After I didn't think no more about it, and he never set me down. He never talked to me about doing the commercial. And he never did. I guess because I smiled too much. Maybe I could be considered a pushover, and I'm colored too. I'm a colored lady, y'all. See, that you got to understand where I lived at. I lived in South Georgia. Okay, and y'all know the history of how Georgia rolls with colored people. You can kind of get a picture of how they was unfairly taken advantage of. And so that's what Brian did. He had taken the unfair advantage of me because he felt that he could get away with it. Whatever he was doing, whatever he did, and he felt that he could get away with it because he was connected politically. He had elite friends. He was part of a secret society, or societies. Okay. So he felt that he could get away with it, because, but he did it in such a way that he made everybody else feel that he was doing the right thing. He did the right thing with me. Like, he sat me down and asked me and did a contract with me. He didn't do any of that, y'all. And y'all, this video reached a lot of y'all that, if y'all are from Douglas, Georgia, or if you got family, friends from there, and y'all figure out, y'all know who I am, Anyway, I'm not gonna tarry too long on this, but I got to give some of the people, the newcomers, a little backstory on, why I ended up on the FBI's most wanted secret list, okay, or this Black Op Federal Group terrorist list, okay. And so I got to give y'all a backstory on how this really happened. Okay, fast forward with this right here, and I'm trying to tell y'all that Brian did two things he did illegally. He had a bug put on my bicycle by either the Douglas Police Department or the sheriff's department. They're in Coffee County, Douglas, Georgia. Okay, he had friends in the sheriff department as well as the police department, and some of them was on his payroll to do crooked things, secretive things. Okay, so I'm not the only one that he done this to. Okay, I want y'all to know that. And if Corinthia, if y'all come across this video, somebody tell y'all, it's gonna get you thinking, okay? And you can get it verified with a seer, a prophet, that's for Corinthia. If she comes across this video, now I'm not gonna recommend a terror. That's under very extreme conditions. God allows that, but if you find a seer, a real prophet of God, okay, and you can you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one that Brian did this to. He's done this to other people and gotten away with it because of him being affiliated with the secret society, namely the Freemasons. Okay, he got connections in politics, all of this right here, and you got to see the partnerships and all of that. He was also he had a radio program, a local radio program there in Douglas, Georgia. Okay, now fast forward, like I'm promising. I don't want to go too long. I just want to get people to understand how I got on this list, how the FBI's most wanted secret list. Okay, with namely the Black Op Federal Group that is funded by the Criminal Justice Department, and they put God's people they don't like, could be politics, situated, whatever the cause, royal bloodlines and all this kind of stuff, just like Adolf Hitler. I call them the new Adolf Hitler movement. Okay, it's just sort of like that. They do secretive, illegal stuff, and the Congress is behind it too. Some of the Congress members has been paid under the table to go along with it. That's why y'all see they're not saying nothing. Or if they do, they evade it and put up a bunch of false promises that they're going to do something about it. It's been 30, 40 years now that went by. Okay? So they're not going to do anything about it until all of us get together and we get executive laws passed. Because the Congress is not going to do anything because they're part of it. And the criminal justice department is funding these groups. I call them the Black Op Federal Group within the FBI. I don't care how they got it structured. It's still, that's what they are. The new Adolf Hitler movement, modern day. Okay, and they have these people on lists. The people they can't legally lock up, they put them on these lists. And these groups go out and terrorize them every single day. 24-hour federal prison without walls. I'm just giving y'all a rundown, a quick view of what we're, my story and a lot of the other targeted individual story, TIs. Okay, chosen people of God. That's who they like to mess with. They like to, put them on these lists. And they do a lot of criminal activity as well. They steal from them. They torture them. And I'm not going to even go a lot deep with it. And also for spiritual reasons as well is why they target these people on the list. So some of them are prophets. They're chosen by God. They have a high spiritual ranking. So they're trying to steal from them spiritually. I'm just giving you a quick rundown of what their reasons is behind targeting these people. Illegally getting filthy rich off of them in some form or another. Benefiting is one of their main objectives. They have a lot of objectives, but that's just a few of them that I'm naming. But anyway, back to the Brian Vaughn's background story when it's connecting with me. Okay, a lot of y'all may not know this, but I changed my name in 2007. Okay, I changed my name and officially got it changed in 2008. Okay, so I had another name before I had my name. The name I changed to, I was named by Seer 2 years before I was born. Okay, in 1970, my mom was told that I was going to be born in 1972, and what my name was going to be, all of that. For 2 years before I was born. I'm just giving y'all a backstory, on this right here. But Brian did this commercial without my permission. He didn't get no contract did with me. He just jumped and did this commercial, and he made a lot of money off of it. And I believe that him and my friend, they got into it about it. But and it might have, and I noticed that one day I overheard my supervisors in the lobby talking, and I overheard them saying it's not right what Brian is doing, not making a contract with me. I'm not gonna name their names because I don't want to get them in no trouble, because this video gonna go viral. But I overheard them talking about it, and they was talking about, how unfair and how criminal that was. Brian putting that bug on that bicycle. He had put a bug on my bicycle. Now, I didn't really know that he put that bug on that bicycle until all this hell broke out. And, when I found out they was broadcasting stuff all over the world, putting it on CNN and different other media outlets. Now, I didn't know that until 2003 that Brian had put the bug on the bicycle, okay? Now, Max Lotwood was the mayor at that time. Now, he was telling a lot of people, and it got back to me about Brian and them cop friends that put that bug on that bicycle, that they were the ones that took the surveillance tapes and put it through CNN. Okay? Now, these are facts. These ain't stuff we're making up. This can be proven. And God's prophets and seers will come forward. His select seers and prophets will name names, and they will tell secrets. Because this has went on far too long. Okay? So, I'm just telling a little bit about what Brian did, and I overheard my supervisors, and they were all sitting in the lobby, and they were talking about it. You know, they were saying, "Oh, that's not right. You know, I don't think that's right." Maybe I was on break. They didn't see me. Okay, I heard them talking. Because this Burger King here was very elaborate, the one that I worked at. Okay, it was pretty inside. It was very beautiful. You know, you go in, you think you're in a very, like you're in one of them expensive restaurants. That's how it was built at that time. Okay, and it had these big flowers and things like that in the lobby. So I was on break and I was at a table. They couldn't see me, but I could hear everything that they were saying. Okay, they was in the middle table. They were talking, discussing. And I heard them talking, and I don't say her name out loud because I don't want them to, you know, her to become a target. But she told them, and she comes across the video, she's going to see, you know, this man Brian is a monster. He is a monster. I am not even joking. Okay? Now, this is what happened is I overheard them saying, you know, excuse me, y'all. It's not right. I don't think that's right what Brian is doing. You know, that is not right. I don't care what nobody say. That is not right. And they were talking about that Brian doing that commercial and not making a contract with me. You know, getting my permission to do the commercial. Okay? Plus, he put the bug on the bicycle. That's what they were talking about. You know, that he put that bug on that bicycle. Okay? And that was not the only time that I heard them talking. On another instance, I overheard this supervisor tell Janice, that was her first name. I ain't gonna say her last name because she's still alive. She's gonna be like, "Oh, Val, don't say my name," you know. But I'll just say her first name. It's Janice. I overheard a supervisor tell Janice, say, "Whatever you do, don't get on Brian's bad side because he could ruin your life. He got a lot of connections, and this, that, and the other." I overheard her telling him to say, "Yeah, don't get on his bad side because he could really hurt you very badly. He could you know, he could ruin your life." Okay, and so the reason why she told her that is because Brian had, not only did Brian and his cop friends put that bug on my bicycle, but they were broadcasting me talking private, in my private time when I was away from work. The bug was on my bicycle because I would take my bicycle and put it in my trailer home. Okay, so whatever I was talking about, they were broadcasting it all over the city. Okay, and then they would get on there and say nice stuff so my family wouldn't get suspicious. Okay, because I have family that lived in Douglas, Georgia. They still do, you know. So they were trying to figure out what the hell was going on, you know. They was trying, they kind of felt like, you know, that I was allowing it and Brian was giving me money for doing that. That's what they were under the impression of, the assumption that Brian had made a contract with me and made a deal to do that commercial, and for the Douglas, Georgia Police Department or either the Sheriff Department, I don't care how they did it, in the city of Douglas, to broadcast that stuff all over the city. Okay, they did it in such a way, insidious type of way, in which everybody felt that, you know, I was going along with it because I had some kind of secret contract with Brian, you know, because I was that customer service specialist, and that he was paying me a lot of money, you know, to do all that stuff, and that I was getting paid a lot of money for that position. No, heck no. Okay, and I'm being polite when I said that. I really wanted to cuss, but the God told me held my tongue. Okay, so and Brian did all this illegal stuff without my consent, and that's the reason why I blame Brian primarily for all of this, because of him putting that bug, him and his cop friends putting that bug on my bicycle, and them illegally broadcasting me out all over the city. They broadcast that me talking like I'm talking right now. They broadcast that all over the city of Douglas. They did all of that, and I'm explaining to y'all how this right here, how they were able to even get me on that list. Okay, so he did all of that. He made money with the commercials and all of that stuff. He benefited in some type of way. Okay, and it doesn't matter, not just money. He benefited in other ways. Okay. But he was like just this little evil monster, or even villain, even business villain, or something like that. And later we were told the reason why he did that is because he thought that I was a spy for Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, Mr. Stafford, the one that owned all those Wendy's. He thought that I was a spy, that I came to work at Burger King so I could take secrets back to Mr. Stafford, the one that owned the Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburger, you know, the chain. Not Dave Thomas. Dave Thomas owned, his daughter got it now, but he owned at that time era. Dave Thomas owned all of Wendy's. Okay, at that time, that his daughter got it now. Wendy, she owns Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers now. But when Dave Thomas was alive, that he owned the trademarks and all that. Mr. Stafford was a franchise owner. So anyway, I'm just giving y'all a rundown. So I'm gonna try to end this video as quick as I can, because this was a long one. So I just wanted to get this story out here so that y'all can understand how this really got started. The book is coming out sometime early next year sometime, and I can't bring the video out. I mean, not the video, but I can't bring the book out. I wanted to get it out before this year out, but God told me I can't release that book while I'm still living in Texas. Because y'all know that I got a lot of problems. Like, for when the government did all this stuff and was telling secrets, and because, you know, God have me a kingdom spouse that he put me with, and he was dating this dark witch, and, you know, and she's been working with the Black Op Federal Group of FBI agent, or anybody in that group. She had slept with them, and, you know, working with them and telling them how to harm me and all kinds of stuff, how to disadvantage me. So y'all look at them other videos, and I'm gonna let y'all you know, collect information from them other videos. I don't want to go too deep with it on this one. I'm just going to briefly tell how this got started. Fast forward from the two crimes that Brian committed. The two crimes that he committed. He promised Corinthia had asked him on my behalf. He thought that I manipulated Corinthia to ask him to buy me a $2,000 car. But I did not do that. But she wanted to do that for me, because she knew that Brian he put a bug on my bicycle without my consent and my knowledge. Plus, he did that Steve Winwood commercial. If y'all don't know who Steve Winwood, that Valerie song, Call on Me Valerie, he did that commercial. Okay. He also, and he made a lot of money with that. And now he told Corinthia he didn't make that much money. Okay, it don't matter if he made that much or not, but he did it, everything illegally. He did it against my will. And he promised Corinthia he was going to buy me a $2,000 car. Okay, and then he went back on his word on that. He should have just told her, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay. He didn't want to say that because, see, she's going to be looking at that, in which I believe they got in arguments over it. And that's the reason why the supervisors were upset about it. And they were talking about it in the lobby. You know. I don't know if they knew or not. I think they may have known. It probably leaked out some kind of way that he did not pay me or get my permission to do that Steve Winwood commercial. Okay? I didn't know that he did the commercial until until my supervisor told me, said, that Brian did a commercial, got you on it, got your name, all of that. Come by and see Valerie. One day I had a day off and I actually turned the radio on and just to see what time it came on, and sure enough, I thought I was kind of flabbergasted by it. I thought I felt inspired. I felt like it was a good thing or something, but he made money with that. Okay. So I'm naive, y'all. I was young. I was in my 20s. I wasn't thinking nothing to know more about it. I was just happy to just work 2 jobs and make my little money and get out of that, neighborhood I was in, and and get my financial goals met, and move my life along. So I wasn't really thinking about nothing like that. I didn't know he put no bug on my bicycle either. Not right at that moment, not right away. And he did all this stuff before I pen pal this man in prison named Charles Blazingham. I didn't write him until the end of that year. Okay, the very end. So Brian Vaughn did all this stuff long before then. I just want y'all to know that for the record. Okay, long before I wrote that, because these people that's doing me, these government people, the Department of Justice and all of them, okay, they run around here trying to hide that Charles Blazingham mask and use that as a shield to do their illegal experiments, inhumane experiments on me, and to benefit and make money off of me. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go too deep with it, but I'm just letting y'all know that before I wrote that man in prison, because that's what they using, that Charles Blazingham thing, okay? All of this right here happened before then, okay? I'm just showing y'all the malicious intent of the Douglas, Georgia Police Department and the Sheriff Department, Rob Smith, John Sweat, and all them. Okay, Max Lightwood, Dewey Hayes, and all of them, okay, at that time, okay, in that time era, and in 1998, and that was between October of 1998 and December, and I didn't start writing that man until sometime late into December of 1998. Is when I started pen paling him. And he got my name off of Christian Directory. And, I talked back with him. And then I broke it off. And 6 months later, I broke it off with him in 1999. And I didn't start back writing him again until May of 2000. Sometimes May in 2000. That's when I started back writing him. Right after I bought my double wide. But right before I wrote about at the same time I bought my double wide is when I started back writing him again. Okay, so I'm just letting y'all know all the craftiness of the Douglas, Georgia Police Department, Brian Vaughn, and even the Sheriff Departments. I don't know which one of you, both or one or both, don't matter, because all this goes back to when Brian put that bug on that bicycle and did that Steve Winwood commercial, all of that. Okay, and then they had the bug on the bicycle and was broadcasting me talking all over that city. Privately. Private stuff, y'all. Okay? Away from work. Still telling secrets all over the city. My family didn't think it was nothing wrong with it because after all, they was on the assumption that Brian was paying me, did a contract with me, and I agreed to it. No, I didn't agree to nothing at all, period. That's how all this got started, y'all. I'm just giving y'all a quick story on this. And in case y'all wondering, and speed this all the way up. Okay, in case y'all are wondering, this right here we'll go all the way into 2000. Okay, that's 1998. We're gonna flash forward all the way straight on in. Okay, I left Brian. I left Burger King in October in 2000, and I started working as a nurse assistant, or certified nurse assistant, a CNA. Okay, so I just basically just quit. Voluntarily just quit. Now, later on, we find out Diane had took me off the schedule. She claimed that she had fired me, but in actuality, I basically just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't tell her what I wanted, when I wanted to work. Because I think I had took a leave of absence is what I did. Because I was working as a nurse assistant. And then I had to work during the daytime. That's what it was. I had to work during the day, and I didn't never get back with her, to put me to get my schedule back at a time that I could work. So I basically, voluntarily quit, if you want to call it that. And that was just a lack of communication and things like that. That's what happened. So the bicycle still had the bug on it. At that moment, when while I was working as a nurse assistant, they all decided, because I was pen paling that man, y'all. I had just started back pen paling him. And then he started talking about he had found some drug money or something like that in these letters. Okay? And so they were hearing me talking. So they plotted something. Okay, plotted something. They found out who he was, and this Brian Bonds, those same ones that illegally put the bug on my bicycle. They are the same ones that plotted this. They're part of a secret society as well. I just want y'all to know that, how they did this. Plus, they got with the GBI. They got all these people together. The FBI, GBI, and maybe even the CIA. They got a lot of people together in on this right here. And that's how the Black Op group came in. This group that the Justice Department, they contacted them as well. And they secretly put you on this list, perhaps at that time, okay, in 2000. At that time, okay, because that bug was still on that bicycle. Every bicycle we got, they had a bug on it. As long as I worked with Brian, he had a bug on my bicycle to see if I was secretly, that's what he claimed anyway, he'll lie, that I was going to tell Stafford, Wendy's franchise of Wendy's, that I was going to see if I was going to expose secrets of Burger King over there. Because he couldn't, because I worked over there so long, for like several years, up to several years. So he couldn't understand why I would leave there and come work for him. Okay, it's weird. Like, he probably just didn't want me to work for him. He was them type, just one of those little types that have this mask on, but there are monsters inside. They just these little weirdos that just do they're secret monsters of some type. Okay, but either way, that's how this investigation, this fake investigation, whatever they're doing, that's how all of it got started. Was in the year 2000. They all plotted this whole thing out. The secret society, whatever you want to call it, Freemasons, they all plotted and planned it. Okay, that's how I got on that list. Okay, we don't know exactly when they put me on that list, that terrorist list, but we do know that's when that got started with that Charles Blasingame thing. It got started out of Brian Vaughn's crooked cop friends putting that bug on that bicycle and all of that. I believe it was to cover up all the evil crimes that they done secretly. That's why they did that, to try to frame me and make it seem like I was doing something like drug related or something like that. You know, because it's the pen pal thing. You know, that this, and I'm gonna let y'all read the book. I ain't gonna go too long with it. But I'm just gonna let this video give you an introduction of why, I'm in this situation I'm in. But anyway, because I read this video finna be an hour or more long. So I'm gonna have to really tell briefly of what happened this week. So, because I really went way over, which it may be a good thing for me to kind of tell, the beginning of that book, how this got started. So a lot of people can give a quick, you can see through all this bull crap that these government people's out here telling y'all. All this campaign smears and these infomercials and all this stuff that they're doing. Okay, you're just gonna just bust this thing way out the water. Okay, and I know y'all wondering. I know they didn't give me no due process. If y'all have a question about that, I didn't even know this happened until 2002. Maybe early somewhere in 2001, but definitely in 2002. I knew for sure in 2002. Because I had co-workers that cared about me and they didn't want to see nothing bad happen to me. They told me indirectly as well. And God started showing me visions. And my trumpet started sounding in that year. Okay, when God started showing me visions and all of that, and all this thing started coming out, and then that's when my trumpet was activated. Okay, now they see they want me to shut up. Now they want my trumpet to be silenced. It don't work like that. Okay, and God's divine trumpet, he shuts it down when he wants to. He silences it. Because they activated it. And they did all of this out of greed and benefiting. Illegally. They done this right here. And now they run around here hitting me with all of this electromagnetic radiation. Lasers, y'all. Okay? And I'll get to that in a minute about this week. Okay, I'm finna give a quick rundown because I already went an hour over trying to explain to the new people why I'm in this situation, okay, and how this thing spiraled out of control, because they did it on purpose so they could benefit, okay, and get filthy rich off of me through the media and spiritually too, as well, robbing God as well. Okay, and now this is a real conspiracy, and it can be and it will be confirmed by select prophets of God, select seers. Put that on the record. To the law, Isaiah 8:20, to the law and unto the prophets. Okay? God is tired of this. This has went on too long, y'all. And so, yeah, that's how this got started in 2000. Some people say 2001. It got started in 2000. They start plotting it in 2000. It may officially got started in 2001, but this really got started in 1998. Okay, when I started working for Brian, that first week, he put that illegally. The Douglas Police Department, the police that work in there, was on Brian's payroll. Okay, it was on Brian's payroll at that time, 1998, 1999, and 2000. And they all plotted this whole thing together. And that's how that all happened. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this part of this video. Just want to give y'all a quick rundown of what happened. Because right now I'm having a headache, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. That's why you see I'm saying okay, because they hit me with a laser yesterday when I was fixing my food, preparing my food yesterday, and to work on my little businesses, my money making stuff. As I was standing there preparing my food, they're hiding in one of these offices somewhere. Hit me with lasers. This office is bugged. It's heavily bugged. It's in the lights. Or they're hitting me from somewhere hiding in one of these offices right here hiding. Or they got something on the roof. I don't care how they got it. But yesterday they hit me with a laser real heavy. Because I'm telling y'all, like right now it's got a headache. So that's maybe why I be pausing a lot. Okay. Because I'm under radiation tyranny. Radiation tyranny. That's what I'm under. Okay, so that way it's the reason why I be doing that. So y'all can understand. Anyway, 2000, and after this came out, okay, they never gave me no kind of they didn't do no due process. They did a no-knock warrant. Rob Smith, John Sweat, and the GBI and some of them other ones, it don't matter. It's either way, they was all involved. If some of the series was talking about the CIA is involved with it. Okay? So they was all doing a lot of crooked stuff. The judge that gave the order is part of it. The secret society, all of that, they all congratulated together. Okay? Organized crime, racketeer, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they did not do no due process. They never approached me at no point in time. Instead, they will secretly have me under this fake investigation. They was taking the surveillance tapes, putting it through CNN and all of this stuff, and then making all these stories up, talking about this man is a monster, which he is. He killed this girl, buried her body in the North Georgia mountains, all this stuff. I'm just giving y'all a quick rundown and telling my family that they're trying to stop me from marrying this no good man in prison and this and blah, blah, blah. Okay? And at the same time, they were making up some stories, getting their story together on how they can get me on this terrorist list so this black op federal group can terrorize me and experiment with that technology. Okay? The electromagnetic technology. They can read your mind and all this stuff, and see through walls. They can see through buildings too. And like the airport where I work at both airports, they got a heavily satellite surveillance. Okay, that job that I work that I'm finna go to today is under heavy satellite surveillance, and they sit there and have an officer or detective sit there watching it all day long. Okay, and they use that technology. And they have people out there, little secret agents that got something on their body where they talk to each other and communicate. And they listen to everything, and they broadcasting it live everywhere, y'all. Okay, and they do everything to make me look bad, gaslight me on purpose, watch and wait until I do make a mistake, and so that they can have it all on TV and stuff like that. They want me to be in a certain area. Okay, that's what happened this week. I'm fixing to fast forward. I'm gonna leave that alone, let y'all read the book and look at the other videos. I'm just gonna fast forward because this video is already over an hour. Okay, and it's counting. This little clock is ticking. So I'm just gonna be an hour long video. So these people that this week, this is what happened this week. I just told y'all yesterday they attacked me with a laser, a heavy laser. They waited. I was fixing my food yesterday, getting ready to do my websites, my money making stuff, and they were hitting. They started hitting me. I received prophetic and psychic messages, reports that were telling me the real reason why they were that they were attacking me with this electromagnetic, because they're trying to stop me and my kingdom spouse from coming together. And they also is trying to, they were spying on me online on the internet and watching me do my businesses and stuff and going back to school, getting some new career skills, because I have to get out of blue collar work, because God has got me to do his mission. He's done upgraded me to do, promoted me to do other, to do a ministry, to help others. And I got to get out of blue collar work. So I also have enlisted in school, that's what I'm fixing to do. And they're watching me. So that's the reason why they hit me with the lasers. Okay, because, they found out that I opened up a corporation, and they're watching everything I do. They watch the internet all day long. They got people that sit there. That's all they do is their eyes don't blink, don't flinch. They watch the internet all day long just to see if I'm gonna get on the internet. So they knew that I had opened up that corporation, that I was going back to school for a new career. Basically, in a nutshell, they want me to be stuck in this state of Texas, so that they can further experiment on me with that technology. And there's certain psychic reports, as well as prophetic reports, that states that the leader of that group is something like the Scientology, and that he is a Satan worshiper. He's a warlock, and that he wants to blood sacrifice me, that he wants to kill me. Okay. So that is what the prophetic reports has been saying, and as well as the psychic reports have been heavily saying this year. That's this man that is the leader of this group, this Black Op Federal group, what his real intentions are. They're like atheist people. Most of them are. They don't worship God. They don't believe in God. They like the Scientology. They're ex-military or veterans or something like that. And anyway, that's their real intentions, to keep me stuck in Texas so I can't leave out, to attack my finances. They want me to make the bare minimum. And yes, that witch, that celebrity witch EB is behind it as well. She's influenced it as well. Okay? Because they're trying to stop me from getting together with the kingdom spouse that God put me with. That's basically it as well. And they've been spying on me on the internet, watching me when I open up, accounts and stuff like that. So yesterday when I was fixing my food, they decided to attack me. They're in one of these offices pretending like they're tenants or something like that. They're close by. They could attack me through the walls. Or they could have tagged me with the lights. It got something in this light right here. Okay. Or they could have something on the roof of this building. I don't care how they're doing it. I know that this office is under satellite surveillance. Okay. I do know that for a fact. Okay. So And the very fact that I got headaches. These are not ordinary headaches. These headaches are the type of headaches that the other targeted individuals experience. It's worse than a migraine headache. If they hit you real hard enough, I'm telling you, it could last a whole day or two. I'm not even joking. But they have been a target. They hit me yesterday real hard with it. And this week, the same thing out there at the airport. They have agents, offshore agents, working out there. You know, they're part of some type of secret society. One of the prophetic reports and the psychic reports are stating that they are part of a secret society, more notably the Freemasons, but they have other secret societies as well, and that they got agents out there, and they're all work under that one umbrella with the Black Op Federal Group as well, but they all have their little agendas of why they do what they do. But that's what they did all week long. They shadow stalk me, do little insidious stuff. They want to keep me in one area a lot. And I noticed that I have headaches. I have headaches, slight headaches every day, nearly. I can tell they're either trying to read my mind, or they're scanning my voice as well. When I'm talking, they scanning my voice. They're broadcasting it live some kind of way, because they want to, and they put on some type of theatrical soap opera drama, like, you know, stuff don't seem real. Like, I could go deep with it, but I'm not. I'm just telling y'all some of the stuff they do, insidious little stuff, that shadow stalking. They do that. Is they're watching me every time I get in a vehicle. I'm telling y'all, you can't make this stuff up, you know. And I believe that Hearst got, when they be in them offices, they can see you on their laptop, tablet, or smartphone. They got some kind of app that they can see. They can see what those government people can see. They can see. They're telling them. They're communicating all day long. You know, every car you get in, what car. Like, just say if we're waiting on cars, and we're in non-peak periods, and we waiting on cars to come on the bay. Okay, they'll go and say we go and we sit in the car and wait. They tell them that which car. They don't tell them exactly which car you go in. They just tell them that you went in that direction. Then you'll see them they'll play it off, just little stuff like that, you know. But they do all of that, and then sometimes they'll gaslight me and pretend like, you know, that I disappeared. When they done saw me all that time. They saw me in real time. Okay? Every car you get, they know. Because they watching you on some kind of secret, I don't care how they doing it, but I'm just telling you that they got that whole place under satellite surveillance. And they got it heavily. They watch everything you do. Every car I get in and park, they're watching it. And they have them other people's. I don't know exactly how they're attacking me, but I do have headaches out there. Not only it could be the person, they have something on their body, okay, and they're matching something. It don't matter how they're doing it, or remotely they're matching something. That's why they want to keep me in the ready line, okay. And yesterday, I'm gonna tell y'all a fast speed on yesterday, on what they did. Not yesterday, the day before, Friday. Okay, it was slow. At some point in time, it was slow. And there were no cars out there. When I came to work, there were barely no cars to be put on the ready line. Okay, so they pretty much had to wait until people return vehicles, or somebody brings some from maybe the maintenance area or somewhere like that, you know, or some from the main DFW headquarters airport out there. So either way, you know, when we went down, so we didn't have, for a period of time, we didn't have no cars on the bay to put on the ready line. So I went over there, you know, thinking I'm being productive, right? I'm going over there to the return line and see if I can help them get in a car and, you know, and take it to you know, to the area so they can clean them and put them on the bay. And then one of the leads, the return leads, drive leads, he asked me, he said, would you like to help us? I said, yeah, I'll help you. So I was helping them for a while. Long story short, you know, we also take cars to other little airports out there, you know, or bring them back. So I think we took some out, and it was just like maybe one or two people had took some cars, and I rode with the lead drive. Excuse me, y'all. I rode with them to go pick those people up, okay? As he actually said, you can ride with us, you know, like that. And so when we got back, you know, we would take some of the cars and, you know, that was returned and put them on the area so that the car washers could wash them, and then put them on the bay to be installed on the ready line. So we did it like that. So we went to go get some cars and from another area, you know, and bring them back so they can, you know, be washed. Then I went on break, and then when I come back off break, and then we went and, you know, do the same thing, and then I rode with the lead drive. I rode with him to go and get these pick up these people. Then when we get back, I noticed that I'm not gonna say his name out loud, y'all, because I know y'all was like want me to say his name. I'm not gonna say his name out loud. Okay, I will tell you this, that the Black Op Federal group or the detective that's working with them, he told, I mean, it must have had chewed him out or something. You know, chewed my supervisor, chewed him out, as well as the other supervisors, chewed him out, and because made a big hissy fit, like they always been doing through the years, you know, bullying and threatening and stuff. And they did something and made a big hissy fit because I wasn't in that ready line area where they got all that electromagnetic technology hooked up. Okay, so they really made a big deal because they broadcasting it live so everybody can watch you being tortured. Okay, that's what it is. So when we went to the return line, because usually if just say if I were sitting in one of those reserve cars or something like that waiting for it, because it was not just me, it's another co-worker. We sitting there waiting for them to bring cars and put them on the bay. But since some of those hearse supervisors, I'm not gonna name their names, but they get upset about it, and not because my coworker is sitting in the reserve car, because I am, because they want me to be standing out there and getting hit with those electromagnetic laser bullets. So I have these horrible headaches and harming my health as well. So that's what that was, and they couldn't film it. They think it's a game. They get a big thrill off of torturing, hurting other people, and y'all already know where that goes when you apply the psychology behind it. Okay, the narcissists, sociopath, and the psychopaths. Okay, they like to see people tortured. They get a thrill off of that, and these broadcasted all over the world. Like it's just a big hoot. Look, this colored woman, so-called divine narrative, will put it humbly, without putting a title on it. Okay, or you could say Empress in the Upright or something like that. High Priestess. Look, she colored woman, High Priestess, or divine narrative. We're torturing her. Look at her. Look. Okay, that's really what they're saying. They're broadcasting all over the world. CNN, don't care how they're doing it. Social media, don't matter. Because that's what their agenda is. Okay, so I don't want this video to be too long. And that's what happened for this week. And I know y'all want to know what happened. Well, after we got back, and my supervisor approached me, and he did it in like a insidious type of way, a nice but nasty like way, kind of little bit nasty. You know, he kind of threatened me or something like that. I don't want to say, I'm not going to say his name out loud, but he was gaslighting me to make me look bad, okay? Because he got something on him, and they're working, and it's also integrated with this Black Op group's equipment. So they broadcasting it live. So he's gaslighting me in an insidious way. He's trying to make me look like I did something wrong. And like he was saying like he didn't know that I had rolled with this lead to go pick up these other co-workers at these other places where the airports where they take those vehicles to, and we had to go out there and pick them up and bring them back. He claimed that he did not know that I had went with them, which is, God says no, he knew you went with that man. They know everything because they watch you with every move you make. Okay, when every car you take, you install, when you walk to go get the other one, when you sitting down waiting on them, they watch everything. That's what God says. Okay, and they also knew that I was working in returns. Okay, so they watch everything. Those her supervisors, they watch everything. They got their eye on me. Okay. I'm not saying they all hate my guts, but they're still all, part of that group, that Black Op thing. They're part of the, the surveillance thing, the watching your every move that we make out there. When we go to the bathroom, when we go on break, what time we clock out, when we clock in, every macronetic little thing. Okay. I can't even close my eyes or blink my eye. They know that too. They run, they all talk with each other secretly. Okay, everything. So he knew that that I was with that lead, that return lead. And he knew that I went with him on that van to go pick them people up. And the Black Op group, they didn't like that. Okay, because they couldn't have their little commercial, their little illegal little theatrical soap opera drama, whatever they're doing, broadcast live. Okay, she's gone. Our actor is gone. So where is she at? And at the same time, they wanted to hit you with those electromagnetic things. Okay, want you to be standing there so they can hit you with it and have you with these terrible headaches. So they decided that's what they wanted to do, because yesterday when we was preparing that meal, our food and everything, prepping it, they were hitting me with bullets. I don't care. When I say bullets, I'm talking about the radiation laser bullets, those Star Wars technology through the wall, or them lights right there. Either way, they got it in the lights. It don't matter how they got it, how they do it. That's what God says. That's how I got this headache right now. Okay, it's because they pre-planned it, and they couldn't get to you and out there at that job. So they saw their chance. That they hiding in one of these offices right here, pretending like they're tenants. Okay, and the Sears will call their names. You can hide all you want to. And they think that their immunity is going to save them. Immunity ain't going to save them. I'm telling you, in the future, their names are coming out. And other prosecution will take place against them. I don't care what their name is. I don't care if they're Freemasons, what kind of secret society they're a part of. I just know that some of them tenants that's in one of them offices right there is not really who they say they are. Okay, it's coming from there, or they're remotely doing it with that whatever's in them lights right there. or they got it somewhere. It don't matter. They're somewhere outside or hitting something remotely. It don't matter. I just know, I'm telling y'all, these headaches ain't nothing to play with. Okay? Because they're trying to stop me from, I know y'all are wondering why they're doing it. It's because they're trying to stop me from working on the websites, those businesses y'all saw me buying. Okay? That's what they're trying to stop. Like they know that I'm trying to go back to school and get my on a new career so I can work from home. They don't like that because then I could get rich. And then their little charade and their little illegal stuff that they're doing is going to stop. Okay, and they want this to be worldwide so that they can benefit, broadcast and make money, like CNN, all of these different places they broadcasting and stuff. So they making money on the back load, like under the table. I don't care how they making money. They're benefiting as well, even spiritually. They're stealing from God. Benefiting off of my ideals and things like that. Spying on my business. It's all in my love life. Was so worried about the kingdom spouse that God put me with. Trying to stop me from going where he is, from us connecting with each other. Yes, that that witch, that celebrity witch, EB, yes, she's part of it as well. Okay, because my kingdom spouse broke up with her sometime in 2021 or 2022, one of them 2 years. And she's been on the revenge ever since. Telling them she want me to be disadvantaged on the streets. She want me to work harder, want me to be miserable at work. And so you see, she have succeeded in doing so. Okay. And because the job is easy. All you do is park cars and go home. But these people, the ones that's part of it, they're gonna do something to make life hard for you. Their thing is to gaslight you, because they're advocating for her. Is what they're supposed to be doing, trying to make me look bad, so to try to discredit me, but God will let the prophets stand up. Select prophets will stand up, and they will tell secrets and name names and tell secrets, and they will tell her secrets too. Okay, she's not who you think she is. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in the future. But that's what happened out there this week. The same thing, the office as well is under satellite, 24/7 satellite surveillance. They try to macromanage my time, like, they do something and them out there too, and on my job. They'll do little insidious stuff, like little cunning, little slick stuff. I'm not going to name names because, I have to make a living. But anyway, that's what they do, just little slick stuff. And I noticed, and I missed my bus as a result of that. These people were waiting for me, like, to clock out. Like, they knew we've agreed upon the time we're going to clock out, right, for work. And they're literally watching me just like that. Okay. And then when I got ready to clock out, this is a long story short, I got ready to clock out and everything. I noticed that God told me that this particular person was doing this on purpose so I can miss my bus. Okay. Because the Black Op group, they had pre-planned it. They knew this person told them exactly what time you were getting off work. They micromanage my time so that they can sneak into this office and hide in one of these offices or in a vehicle somewhere with that technology. Okay, that's one of the reasons why they want to be running around here macromanaging my time. Want to know exactly what time I get off work and then when I got off work and all this kind of stuff. So that's the whole reason why God want to take me out of blue collar work. Because really, my blue collar work career has been over a long time ago, really. I'm just really working on grace time. And so these people, they don't want me to have nothing. They want me to have the bare minimum. They don't want me to get rich so that they can continue to keep illegally benefiting and getting rich off of me while I'm poor, while I'm barely getting by. So they hide out in this office, one of these offices close by my office, pretending like they're tenants. And their names are coming out. I just want them to know that. The criminal justice department ain't gonna be able to save them. None of that. Their names are coming out and their secrets coming out too. And we have to get them petitions signed. And we have to get these laws executively passed, because the Congress is not going to do it. Okay, that's the reason why they keep getting away with killing God's prophets and murdering his chosen. And everybody keep lying about it and gaslighting us when we trying to bring this stuff out in the open. They keep lying about it because they're all benefiting from this. They're benefiting in some type of way, and terrible judgments is coming. Okay, the illegal benefits that they're gaining, they're gonna lose it. I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling you, God is getting revenge on America for this in different types of judgments. It's hitting me with this technology. But y'all, this has been a long video. It's an hour and a half right now. I just wanted to get all of this information out so that y'all can know what is going on. And y'all stay safe and y'all have a blessed day.